It is now my honor to introduce to you our first student speaker, Peter Hu. Peter is the Key Club Vice President and an officer for the Future Business Leaders of America chapter and a former boys tennis captain. He's a third-year cellist for the chamber orchestra who also enjoys playing guitar, piano, bass, and drums outside of school for his church. Next year, he will be attending the University of Washington to study biomedical engineering and business. Please welcome Peter.
Good evening, everyone. I'm glad that you could all attend. This ceremony is nothing short of a landmark day for both students and for parents. I wanted to start off by asking you to take a look around. Students, congratulate yourself and the person sitting next to you. A decade ago, you were still learning how to make an alphabet soup, work out your favorite adjectives. Although there may be a few of you who still create your favorite verbs at dinner time, I trust that most of you have got to better things. I hope. Parents, congratulate yourselves as well. Contrary to popular belief, parenting does take more effort than just clothing, paying for, feeding, teaching, and driving kids. Did I mention paying for? Thank you, parents. Proud investors in the bottomless funds of teenage expenses. On a more serious note, it is important that we take this time to recognize the character of this outgoing class. Among us are the members of the class of 2011. Members of a class that has seen success in more forms than one. Among us are an unprecedented number of national merit finalists. A multitude of athletes, musicians recognized at the highest levels, and members of extracurricular clubs that have gone above and beyond the call of duty in both community service and in competition. Actually, this would be a good time to prove my point. Stand up and remain standing if you fall into one or more of these groups. Music, band, orchestra, choir, rise. ASB, rise. Art, rise. Athletics, rise. Community service clubs, such as Honor Society Club, rise. And competitive clubs, FBLA, Knowledge Bowl, Chess Club, Science Olympiad, rise. Each and every one of you has invested time and effort into unique passion or interest. To see this many people represent this many groups is something truly exceptional. Give yourselves a round of applause. So who then are we? We are a dynamic group of people. I want to bring all of you back with me for 5 years. When I moved to Skyview Junior High School in 8th grade, it was a new school for me, a new city, a new lifestyle. I am sure that during the summer before, I had Googled the entire internet studying ways to fit into a new class. It turned out I completely wasted my time. I needed none of it. I met kids who had a zeal for what they wanted to do, and they would go out of their way to share that zeal with me. I saw something in that 8th grade class that I had never seen before. Everyone looking out for each other and wanting each other to succeed. Now, that seems like a simple concept for people to build each other up, instead of bringing each other down. However, it is not hard to see in this day and age that that concept has proven particularly elusive. My classmates through 8th and 9th grade helped me achieve and grow with them when I probably would not have done the same for them. In all honesty, it inspired me to become a better person because all I was left wanting to do was to return the favor to them. Upon entering Bothell High School, I was met with equally inspiring students from Canyon Park. For me, the next 3 years were less of a high school education and more of an experience for me. And this was probably the case for a lot of you too. Think, football games under the light at Popkini. The Charlie Brown Christmas tree propped against the side of the school last December. Assemblies with FBLI guys dancing to Rebecca Black's Friday. Or even just your favorite classes during the day. Now, we have grown into 12th graders. But that same zeal that I remember those 8th grade students having is still as resident and recognizable as ever in us. As trite as this is going to sound, there is no more honest way for me to put this than that the person I am today was wholly shaped by the people around me. I can also definitely say that there are a lot of people sitting on the floor in front of me that I owe something to. Gratefulness is the word that comes to mind. Because not just any student body can make high school truly special, but this one did. Can it be sad, then, to think that the class of 2011 that is will become the class of 2011 that was? Can it be heartbreaking that we will all go our ways and leave our past behind? Absolutely, it can. However, why does it need to be? While graduation is recognized as the climax of high school, it is more importantly the beginning of something greater. And that brings us to what we have yet to do. When we were only children, some of us wanted to be firefighters, doctors, or engineers. Others had more ambitious dreams. Back in the day, I had entertained the idea of becoming a Pokemon master. Sadly, my plans fell through after I discovered such a job paid an awful salary and poor retirement benefits. However, many other people's dreams will live on. Many of us will pursue further education. Others will join the workforce. And others will serve this country in the armed forces. From this one place, our paths will diverge into many greater spheres of influence. We will build. We will fight. We will perform. We will engineer. And we will serve. High school may forever go into the history books for some of us. But for all of us, the potentially enormous tracks that we leave will always trace back to here. Among us are nation builders, called upon in this country's most tasking of times. The greater things are yet to come, and the greater things are still to be done here. With this in mind, let's get off the mark, class of 2011, and be part of something truly special. The world is waiting. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Peter.